how can a company make strategies and plans for the use of social media?
It's important to set a strategy in place before you even get started, to understand what you want to get out of social media, to understand how it complements your already existing business objectives and your already existing communication channels. Those who get started without a strategy don't exactly know what they want to get out of it in a week's time, in a month's time, perhaps even 5 years. Of course, we all know that social media is changing every single day, but to do the best you can it's important to do the best you can at planning for the future, planning a little bit ahead in terms of how are your target audience members going to evolve? How are you as a business going to evolve? Finding out how their agenda can mend with your business objectives is a key to knowing whether or not you as a company should even be involved with social media.
So, can you tell us about Maersk Group's strategy for social media?
Yes, actually, we started out in 2011, and it's been a great journey since then. And we've evolved greatly in how we see social media. In the beginning, we made a strategy just for it. And over time, we realized that the value of social media comes when you place it into the puzzle of your channels. How you place it in next to your corporate website, how you place it in next to your already existing campaign channels. Figuring out how that big puzzle looks and how that digital ecosystem should evolve and the strategy behind that is what we've done. And since mending the social media strategy with the digital channel strategy, we've seen the true colors of social media come out. We've also seen the true business value of social media come out.
So what different did it do for you to merge these strategies?
I think what it did is it helped us to focus less on making content for channels and more on focusing in on the user journey. Understanding that the user journey is not linear, understanding that our users are human at the end of the day, and we need to accommodate their decision-making processes. So it might be that if we're looking, for instance, for new employees, that they see us on a billboard at one day, then they go to our Facebook page another day, they go to our website 3 different times, and then on that 4th time, they find exactly what they're looking for. If we don't take those kinds of things into account and we don't acknowledge the user journey, then we're missing out on a solid chunk of opportunity. And mending all of this together has enabled us to focus much more on that rather than figuring out what we should make for every single channel.
So can you comment on an example of what you've actually done differently after you tweaked the strategy to include more digital channels?
Yeah, a good example is some of the campaigning that we've done on the group level in growth markets such as Ghana, Kenya, and Nigeria. We had a corporate movie that we made in 2012, and to promote this corporate movie and promote Maersk in these new markets, we edited a little bit to fit into each of these markets. Now, the corporate movie is quite fantastic in itself, and we can easily show that on the TV channels out there. But following that up with a social media campaign actually proved to be much more strong than just having the film and the video out there. We tested this out by doing a couple of experiments. One was when we just showed the video. Another one was when we showed the video and then had the social campaign coming after. Another one was having the social campaign come before, and so on and so on. Really experimenting with how it's going to affect that particular market. Of course, we understand that every market is different, so this isn't a cookie-cutter solution. But coming in with an experimental point of view, in looking at how everything is going to teach you a little bit more about that market and a little bit more about that target audience is how we've approached it.
So what was the result of your experiment? What did you learn?
We actually found out, quite understandably, that having the social media campaign run during the filming as well as after was quite helpful. People saw the images, they saw them replicated on our social media accounts and really started to identify with us as a brand. And the result was that we moved from a basic level of awareness for the Maersk brand to something that's qualified, where they understood our industry, they understood our differentiators, and then we as the group could bring them into a more focused level of what can Maersk Line do for you.